What is going on, guys? We are back for episode number 3 of our Pokemon Black and White 2 Draftlocke with my boy Jervy Ross. What is going on? What is going on?
I'm good. I just had some food, so
Samesies.
I'm filled up. Anyways,
yeah.
Want to talk about what happened last time?
Yeah. We are here. We just went through the sewer. We went through all this awful movie making thing. And we're now here ready to take on Berg for the most part. We just need to get our team a little bit situated here, but team's looking good. Do need to switch some team members out, but yeah, that is what happened last time. So maybe run over here real quick, and then yeah, of course, as always, guys, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, Jervy's channel is all in the description down below as well. So make sure you go check that out as well. Subscribe to him. Yeah, absolute legend. I know he streams a lot more. I record a lot more, but you know, he's coming to the dark side for this. You know,
I'm hoping at some point I can make quality videos, but I just don't have the budget and I don't have the energy to do so. So eventually, though, eventually.
No, you got it. You got it. Okay, heal me up. Okay, I think we need to add Darumaka for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Fire type is really good here for sure.
Yeah. And then what else do I want to add? Is there anything else that I need to add? Just things that are weak to...
I actually have a plan, right? So okay. I'm gonna get my like psychic type out. Where once the Dwellock comes out, I want to put the what's it called? My Woobat out, hoping that it goes for Feint Attack. I go over to Lucario, get the boosts, and absolutely sweep.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Because, I mean, for me anyways, Elekid doesn't evolve till 30, and I don't think that I want to sit here with an Elekid. Weasel, Weasel's 26, right?
Weasel, I think so, yeah.
Okay. And then Axew, I would get Dragon Rage at this point, but I think I don't want to risk Axew either. So I feel like just switching Ditto for this is probably the best thing for my team anyways. Who's my fastest user right now? Actually, my fastest Pokemon is Chinchino.
Chinchino?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, Chinchino is really fast, to be honest, so
It is. And I got really lucky with the randomized IVs.
Actually, I do have Sludge, which, okay, so I do have my Poison type, which is going to be fairly good against the Leavanny, no matter what.
Yeah.
Because it resists all of its moves except for Cut. Yeah, I should be fine. I think even Spork or my Lucario can actually just deal with this. I don't even need to do crazy strategies. I think I'm overthinking it.
Do I trade 5 power for 5 accuracy?
5 power for 5 accuracy?
Probably not,
well,
right?
What are we looking at?
Flame Wheel versus Fire Fang.
Flame Wheel versus Fire Fang.
Take accuracy.
If it's 5 power, it's not really that much, to be honest.
Alright.
I wouldn't do it. I would keep the power and the accuracy. Because you never know like what's gonna happen. Also, I got acrobatics, which is insane.
Alright, I'm just gonna get everyone to level 18 just for right now, and then once we get to the gym, I'll actually like level them up further.
Well, I would say 22 would be better.
22?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so my Swoobat has stored power, which I'm hoping to get at Calm Mind, and would absolutely wreck just everyone.
Air Cutter. Oh, we can get rid of Gust for damn sure. Let's. Ooh, that's a little stronger.
Alright.
Aura Beam? Oh, thank you. All right,
prison.
Vaporeon, you're now good. Gyro Ball.
What am I doing?
I think I get rid of Metal Claw for that.
Air Cutter is pretty decent. Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, I don't know when, Oh, wait! Trevi, what are you doing? It's... It's a friendship Evo!
For who?
Swoobat is a friendship Evo. I forgot about
yikes.
that.
Yikes!
I didn't give it the friendship!
Well...
Well, once this episode ends, guess what I'm doing?
Okay, so Darumaka is actually still really slow because it's not evolved
Darumaka
yet.
has always been pretty slow, but like the only thing that Darumaka should be scared of would be the Dwebble with Smackdown.
Yeah, I think I'm just going with I think I'm going with Siglet though, right? Because Air Cutter has a high crit chance.
You have to figure something out for the Dwebble. You have a water type, which could be
I do.
Yeah, definitely use that.
I also have a fighting type.
Fighting bug resist fighting, so
Yeah, but it's rock type too, right?
yeah, but that's neutral, so
Yeah.
so just go for water.
That's fair. Fair. Okay. Let's go in here. Also, while we're in Castelia City, what do you think about Legends ZA?
Legends ZA. Well, I mean, it's not going to be in Castelia City, right? It's going to be in
No,
Lumiose.
but they're talking about it just being a redevelopment plan of Lumiose City, because like they're talking like you can't leave Lumiose City at all.
Yeah, well, I am currently really enjoying Pokemon Legends of Arceus, which I am currently playing that on my channel. And I'm excited for Legends ZA because, as we have mentioned before on your podcast, you know, Pokemon X is my first ever Pokemon game that I ever got, right?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for the best, especially if they have the same mechanics as Legends of Arceus. I definitely want to go ahead and be like, yeah, like I'm really hopeful for it, and I'm interested to see like what we need to do and how we catch Pokemon and all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, we're hoping for the best and hope that nothing goes wrong, because I mean the Legends game are currently 1 for 1,
That is true.
and you want to keep that.
That is true.
But like, yeah, like, what else can I say? Like, I hope it's good. I really hope it's good, and I hope that Zygarde gets a little bit more of a story. I mean, clearly it's called
Zygarde
Legends
needs a
ZA.
story.
Zygarde needs a story. The fact that like it kind of like got hijacked into the Sun and Moon
Yeah.
post game, it's like, is that really good?
Yeah, they left Zygarde just like high and dry. They were like, here you go. Here's like this like 100% form. But like, by the way, we're never gonna speak on it ever again.
Yeah, and it's like, that's kind of like ridiculous. You know, everyone says we needed a Pokemon Z, we needed a Pokemon Z, and granted, yeah, we did, right?
Yeah.
Understandably, when it came to Game Freak, they were kind of like done with Pokemon. They were kind of tired of it, so
Yeah.
that's why they went for a whole different thing, which was something I don't remember the name, but like they went for a whole different thing, where it's like it's fair that they wanted to stop Pokemon for a second
Yeah.
and try something new and see if it works. It didn't work.
Kirby?
Yeah.
How do I get through here?
What do you mean? Where are you?
I went up the middle, and now I'm like
Okay,
on this
then-
bridge. I fought the first dude.
Then you go into the cocoon.
Yeah.
Then you should have been up here, right?
And then I'm at the top, and then there's like there's
you-
nowhere to go.
Go right here, and then there's someone who pops out.
Oh, it's hidden. I see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand now. I understand
There
the
you go.
assignment. Okay, we're good. Anyways, back to Legends
But-
ZA.
Yeah, and it's like there was a Pokemon Z plan from what we understand when it comes to the archives, right?
Yeah.
But what would they have actually changed?
Yeah.
Would they have made the story better, or would have been the same story?
Yeah,
and like
I mean,
that's
it
a
really
really like
depends, right?
unknown thing.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're getting Legend CA might be the biggest blessing us Pokemon fans will ever get.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. The only thing that I don't know fully what's gonna happen with it is that they're talking about you not leaving Lumio City. And then
We don't know anything about that, right?
we don't know anything about it other than like, the fact that they're talking about a redevelopment into a city where humans and Pokemon can live more in harmony.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they're gonna try to make like they had like the go-go riding thing. I don't know if they're gonna try to like expand on that and like I don't know, but
Maybe. I mean, we're hoping for that, right? That would
yeah.
be interesting. But I don't know. Like, I feel like there's going to be some outside areas, and there again,
there
like these
has
are
to be,
rumors,
right?
though, right?
Yeah.
But we're not gonna be just sitting inside of a city, right? Because will that really be interesting? Maybe. But there's
I mean, they
definitely
would
going
have
to
to
be
do some
like,
wild stuff, and because like, and the other question that I have, like, obviously, like, the Sinnoh games were like way in the past, but if they're talking about an urban redevelopment plan,
it's gonna be.
is this gonna be in the future? Right?
Like it's gonna be future. Like
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the trailer. It there are people who have cell phones. There are people who like wear, bougie bags or
Yeah.
like bougie handbags, and it's like it's definitely gonna be future. And you know what? I kind of like that idea that it's part of the future. It's a redevelopment plan. We already have a Lumio City. How do we make
Yeah.
Lumio City better? Like that's what I'm looking at, and I'm
Yeah.
really excited to play the game. Like I will buy a Switch just to play the game. Oh, whoops, sorry. I'm playing Legends of Arceus. I do have a Switch.
Yeah, 100%. Truly, truly.
Well, guys, come on, guys. What? Like you guys think I'm a fake and a fraud?
It's funny.
I would
Like,
never be
I'm
that.
sitting here like my place, and like we have like 2.
Share?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yay!
But yeah, no, like, cause like when me and my fiance met, like, we both had one, right? So now we're just like living together and have 2, right? So we're just like, oh, okay.
You guys are a dating couple, a gamer couple.
Yeah, sort of. She's more into like horror games than I am, though, and like she's actually a bigger gamer than me, like by a lot.
Let's go.
Cause she'll
Women
play like
represents.
anything, like she'll play whatever, you know. Where I'm kind of more like I like these specific things, and like that's what I'll do. But yeah.
Yeah, like I don't consider myself a gamer, right?
Yeah.
I usually just play Pokemon, Minecraft, Roblox, Among Us, and like other games here and there if I get invited to them.
Yeah. Like, and even for me, like it's mostly like sports games, Pokemon, and then like that's basically it for me. Like my PlayStation, like I swear I use Netflix more than I use like a game, right? So yeah.
But yeah, like every time I tell people like, oh, I'm not a gamer, and then I beat them at their favorite game,
Yeah.
it pisses them off, and I love doing that.
Yep. And then yeah, like I'll like play like Zelda and like Zelda's another game that I'll play, and then like the Mario Party games, like those are kind of like what I'll get into.
Are you excited for the next Mario Party game?
Yes, I am.
I really want to play it for sure.
Oh, this one didn't have Sturdy. Oh, okay. Thanks, Dwebble. Bye, Dwebble.
Bye, Dwell.
Okay. Okay, it's actually really scary to switch Sigil into these attacks. Oh, you want to attack? Never mind, we're good.
Yeah, you have to be careful with Dwebble for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, like, as far as Legends, like, ZA, like, they need to do something with Zygarde for sure, right? Like, we know that's gonna be what happens.
They have to at this point. And, like, honestly, I don't mind if Team Flare comes back, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it will. And you know what? They shouldn't. But, like, they could possibly bring Team Flare back and actually pose them as, like, a real threat.
Yeah. I mean, I did really like what they did with the Sinnoh, though. With the Sinnoh ones, because they made those, like, the 2 teams, like, actually really cool. So they could do something with Team Flare that's like different.
Yeah.
Light screen. Hello, Sigalith.
But it's like, you know, and another thing is like when it comes to Game Freak, like they
Yeah.
rush their games.
Yeah.
We know that. And like it has annoyed the community to all hell.
Yeah.
So we're hoping, I'm hoping at least, even though I really want this game to come out, I'm hoping it's going to be late 2025 and not early 2025, because that's a possibility where it comes in early 2025.
That is true. That is true. All they've said is 2025. They haven't said when.
So I'm hoping November 2025, and we have the most polished Pokemon game, period.
Yeah.
Most of us don't care that we have to wait. We want a good Pokemon game. From
I
flop
100%
after
agree
flop
with
after
that.
flop, right?
Like Sword and Shield had so many graphical errors in it. Like,
like okay, graphics wise, like I really like Sword and Shield, but like it's also the story. The story matters a lot.
yeah.
And one gripe that I had with Sword and Shield was the music.
Yeah.
For example, me, I really like music, and you know how in Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, or Ruby Sapphire in general, after like Groudon or Kyogre get released, there's like a tune that plays, and it plays throughout the entirety of the time until it's dealt with.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they do that in Generation 8?
Yeah.
When like
I don't know.
you know, Eternatus released, it's the most like scary thing is going to happen. The world might get destroyed. Yet we go back to the first one and we hear like a harmonica playing.
Yeah. And it's also awkward because like the song's the same, but like Yveltal's vibe and like Xerneas' vibe are totally different.
Well, I was talking about Sword and Shield here, right?
Yeah, but like I'm talking about like even Generation 6 they messed that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, how is it that like you guys made such masterpieces,
Yeah.
aka Generation 3, Generation 4, Generation 5? By the way, those 3 gens back to back to back. Holy crap, we got spoiled.
They didn't miss for a while. Like they were going.
Like when it came.
Also, I'm here by the way. I'm at Berg.
Yeah. when it comes to like, sorry, let me finish this, right? When it comes down to like the first 2 games, back in those days, they were peak. Right now, of course, they're a little worse for wear than they used to be. But the fact that we have Generation 3, Generation 4, Generation 5 being the best generations still to this day, you know you fucked up.
I mean, one thing I will say though, like, because they do sit there and they do aim their games towards like kids anyways. So like, part of me actually wonders if like because I don't really have like a kid's perspective, right? Like, I'm now an adult and I'm like, I think Gen 3, 4, 5 are like the better ones, right? But I'd be curious to see what someone who's younger who hasn't played the older games thinks about those regions in comparison.
Well,
you know,
most of them are probably like watching the anime, right?
I mean, probably, but then they would have what started with. I mean, they would have started with what, Pokemon Journeys, which would have been like Ash being champion like right away.
Yeah, or Alola, one of those two.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know,
he
maybe
was champion though.
Yeah, both. He was champion in Journeys and
both.
Spoiler
alert.
But
I'm clicking buttons for.
All right, let's go.
But yeah, no, like, because they would have they don't know the struggle of watching Ash suck forever.
Yeah. Hi, Berg, you beautiful twink, you.
All right.
No, because like Pokemon has a lot of gay icons, right? Like we have Steven, we have Wallace, and like, like I mean, I love that the Pokemon community is so like accepting.
Yes, absolutely.
In general,
absolutely. All right, so you said Swadloon first, right?
Yeah, Swadloon's first.
Okay, and then it's Dwebble.
Yeah, and then Leavanny.
All right, so I'm gonna have to switch here. It doesn't go for a setup move, right? It doesn't have anything?
Go for Leavanny next. Interesting. Setup move, String Shot.
Okay. So I'm going to do a Vaporeon here, and I'm going to just go for Water Pulse.
Yeah, Lucario once again just carries here. Jesus Christ. This is wild.
Oh yeah, you wall that thing like so hard.
Very much so.
Alright, Water Pulse here. I'm assuming it has 30.
Yeah.
I get a crit too, but it doesn't even matter. All right.
Bullet punch for the kill.
You actually probably heal here, right?
All right. Let me do this. Return.
All right, I'm gonna roar beam because I think it's gonna heal. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want it to heal the Luvani, so I'm gonna have to do this. Done. All right. Let's see.
And
Yeah,
then
the
I
dwebble
roar
can be
force
so
beam.
easy.
Okay. Webble is down and out.
I just got Dwebble. Dwebble was the last Pokemon for me for some reason.
I mean, it's probably because like Dwebble's weak to Lucario, like just typing
Probably.
wise.
Yeah. It also doesn't really have any moves.
Yeah.
to, like,
Okay, I
threaten
think I
me at
go.
all.
I think I have to go Sigilyph here and just hope
Oh,
it doesn't go
wait,
for a
actually-
bug move.
Now that I think about it, I'm quad resistant with
You are.
Smackdown, Faint Attack, and Struggle Bug.
Miss a Razor Leaf,
Ooh, nice.
and then I get the air cutter off, and that's gonna one shot. There we go. Okay, Fergie's down and out.
I did it.
Alright, Ferg is defeated.
Mhm. Actually, there's this like one YouTuber, I don't know her name. So like she's a trans gamer. She
Yep.
likes to talk about like Pokemon, right?
Yep.
And you know, that's how I basically started like calling Amubu's like the trans icon, because
Mhm.
it is. And I basically watched her video about the story about that. I was like, that's so like cool and interesting, right? So of course, when it comes to any community, there's always like people who are homophobic or transphobic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But,
it's
like-
unfortunate, but yeah.
It's unfortunate, but it's just the truth,
Yeah.
right? And in a way, like, I don't know, there's been a lot of people who ask me like questions about like me being bisexual, which like,
Mhm.
you know, when people look at me and they hear me, they're like, gay, right? But I do have a girlfriend.
Yeah, you've told me that like long ago.
Yeah,
Which
like
now,
I
now
do
makes
have a
it funny when
girlfriend.
people like say that to you because I'm like, oh, like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they're like, wait, then if you have a girlfriend, doesn't mean you're straight? It's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, let's say, for example, like my friend, she's also bisexual, but she's married to a man.
Yeah.
But that doesn't automatically mean that she's straight.
That's just who she
Like-
chose as her chose her partner, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, like, there's a lot of misconceptions about, like, queer
Yeah.
people, and it's fine. Like, in a way, like, if there's people who are going to ask questions, you know, we have to come by and be like, okay, well, here's how it is. This is how I look at it. And, you know, try to inform people instead of being like, well, how dare you assume or do this or do that.
Yeah. And I mean, like, even for me, like obviously, like, I am like straight white dude, but like I have a lot of family members who like either are part of the LGBTQ, like, and I know there's more than that, but like like my step sibling is trans, you know what I mean? Like my aunt's like gay, like some of my best friends in college were also trans as well, and so like I've been exposed to it a lot, but like it's just not something that like I always have that everyday conversation, right? So
Yeah, no, of course. And it's like, if you have any questions, like,
oh yeah.
you know, I will answer them. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
absolutely. And like I know even
Yeah.
for me, like because I'm like a manager, like at my work, like I'm always having to kind of like deal with that too, right? Where it's like you have to make everyone feel comfortable, and if that's something that needs to be addressed, like I need to address it as well. So to make sure that everyone's comfortable, right? So
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Like, yeah, no, I mean,
Flash?
there's okay, like, for me, I usually like hang out with straight people more than queer,
Yeah.
right? And like, it's
Well, I don't think it
there's
really matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, right? Like
yeah, and like that, there's like a multitude of reasons as to like why I do that.
yeah.
Like, oh, by the way, you can get an Eviolite over here. You probably
Where?
want that for your Electivire, not Electivire,
Electabuzz?
Electabuzz. Yeah,
Yeah.
so before you exit over here, if you've seen enough Pokemon, you can talk to this scientist and it'll give you a Eviolite.
Okay. I'll run up there now.
Let's see.
But yeah,
You
like
need
to
to
me,
have
like
seen 40.
I don't like look at friends and be like, oh well, because you're this, I talk to you or whatever. Like that's not that's not even part of the conversation. You know what I mean? Like,
and like no, there's been a lot of like awkward conversations where it's like, oh, you know, like Jervy, you're the token gay friend, and it's like, yeah,
that's
not the first time.
Works, oh, I need to
it's
see
not
2 more
work.
Pokemon. Shit.
Yeah, you need to see 2 more Pokemon. It should be fine. You
next
can basically
also,
go into
what's the next level cap?
Next level cap is 30.
30. Okay, so I'm gonna evolve a couple Pokemon right now then, and then I'll get to my 40.
Nice. That's awesome. There's been also like guys that I've met, and this only happens with guys. This usually doesn't happen with girls. I don't know why. It just happens, right? Where they tell me, Jervy, you're like the only gay person that I respect. And like I get taken aback by that. Because like
it's a weird thing to say.
It's a weird thing to say, but it's also foul.
Yeah.
Like that's weird for you to say that to me.
Yeah, I mean like yes, like you can tell if someone's super flamboyant, you can tell, right?
Yeah.
But like at the same time, that doesn't also necessarily mean that they are. So it's kind of like a stereotype that I think a lot of people just kind of unfortunately run with. But yeah, like I don't know, like I feel like that's not like that's like an ignorant comment at the worst. At like the best, that's an ignorant comment, right?
Yeah.
Alright, hold up. Sorry, I'm trying to focus. Getting Pokemon
Okay.
and Fox Party is hard. But yeah, like I feel like it's just like an ignorant comment, like at best, and then like it's sort of kind of bordering on line on like homophobic, like further than that. So it's, I mean, it's unfortunate, right? Just end of the day.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the next guy that we're fighting is Colress. He's a Steel type user.
Steel, okay. But yeah, like I mean, like honestly, the only person that I've ever had an issue with that it ever became a conversation about it was literally like they were getting bullied, right? Wrong in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Like, but their response to it was bullying other people. And then they would try to bait people into saying stuff and then turn around and go tell somebody that they were saying stuff and then like try to get them in trouble in school or whatever.
Yeah,
and
like that's
it's to me
that's
like
vile.
Yeah, like you used it as an excuse that you were immune to being bullied, but at the same time you were bullying other people.
Yeah, like you don't do that.
Yeah, so that's like the only situation that like even I can remember being like that like irks me, but it wasn't the fact that they were gay or homophobic or whatever, like whatever they were. It was the fact that they were kind of using it to shield themselves from being like, no, you did something wrong, like
yeah, like antagonizing someone for probing at them, right?
Yeah, like I was very specifically remember it, like they come up to like me and a bunch of friends or whatever, and they went up to my friend and they were like, that's a nice shirt, like you better be careful, someone's gonna take that off of you. And then like literally shoved them to the ground, and then my friend was like, oh, you would like that, wouldn't you? And then that immediately turned into, oh, of course, a gay joke, like whatever. And then they literally went and like told the teacher or whatever that like we were saying homophobic stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's not what happened. And that's the only situation I've ever kind of been in where it's like it was questioned what like I was saying or like any of us were saying about it, but like it was like, no, dude, like that's not why we don't like you. You're just a bully.
A jerk.
Yeah. I'm like, there's douchebag and then there's, you know, yeah.
Like one thing that like my community also needs to like do more often is like give accountability to each other, right? Because there was this one time like it almost like not fully bans like gay rights over here, but we had a lot of rights, and we also now have like same-sex marriage allowed right now. But recently, like 2 years ago, in the largest city of my country, right? Yeah. There was just a guy who went over to the hospital. I don't care what he was going to the hospital for, but he was getting treated. And then after he got treated, he smacked the doctor's ass, which is a hetero married man. Which is like, first of all, that's just sexual harassment.
Yes.
You don't do that.
Yeah.
And like, it was the first people who went after him were the gays.
Yeah.
It was us because other people were scared to do so because they didn't know if it was allowed to or not. So we went after him. It's like, don't do that ever.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, like taking up accountability. Us as a community, we need to take accountability of ourselves.
And it's also funny because, like, coming from someone who's, like, been in sports my whole life, that's not something that sexual harassment does. Like, the amount of sports people that, like, slap each other's asses, it's like, oh my god, guys.
Yeah, but it's the intention, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the intention was like, oh, this doctor is kind of hot, so I'm just gonna smack him in the ass. And, like, he said something along the lines of, like, bro, like, I have the right to do that. Like, I'm fine with doing it. Like, I should be fine. Like, you shouldn't be, like, that offended. It wasn't that big deal.
Like, that's where it's like, you don't know the person. Like, what are you doing, you know?
Yeah, like, just because he treated you doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Alright, are you ready for Chorus?
Not quite yet. I am just getting the Mons leveled up so that I can get the Evilate. I need to get rid of... I guess I'm keeping Thunderwave, right?
I would keep Thunderwave, yeah. For what? Electrike? Sorry, no. Elekid?
Yeah, Elekid, so it's gonna be a physical attack. It's gonna have Thunder Punch and Ice Punch.
Yeah, but like,
I currently have Quick Attack and Low Kick.
But it has static, right? So
it has static, yeah. I guess I don't need Thunderwave then. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, look, this evolution so I can like just get the Eevee, please. Light screen? No. Thunder Punch, baby! Let's go.
Oh yeah, the next gym leader is also Elisa, electric type.
Okay.
So get your ground types ready.
Electabuzz, now have it. 40 Mons, now have it. I need to go get that item, and then you said Electric's the next gym, so I should probably try to get Sandile leveled up.
Sandile, but also Colress does have an electric steel type, which is Magneton with Sturdy.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say so.
Like,
you know what? I should probably get my Sandshrew.
Probably should.
Because Sandshrew is actually like really good for Elisa. Also, there is going to be a TM that we might need to fight that has Rock Tomb.
Okay.
So that's only good because there's also an Emolga.
Eviolite, give to Surge. Actually, you know what? We're actually at the 30-minute mark, so I think what we should actually do is wrap today's episode.
Oh, we can do that.
We can actually do like some of this like micromanaging stuff off screen, and then we'll come back when we're kind of ready to go.
Yeah, I could also give Swoobat some levels that it needs.
True.
I mean,
yes.
friendship. I mean.
Yes. So we're gonna wrap this episode right here, guys. So thanks for watching. Click like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you really liked it. Of course, Jervy's information is down below. Make sure to go subscribe to him. And we will be back in the next one.
Yep. And hit the bell.
That too. Bell's important.